moment you try to deny the existence of evil, you're in denial. The moment you try to pretend there are no wolves in the lamb, and there are lambs who need protecting, is that I am a sheepdog.
Call 911 when something's going down in your town. Who else is running towards you now? Take a look around. Running towards the danger, never ever running from it. Risk your only life for a stranger? Yeah, man, I've done it. Lace those boots up, strap that vest down, hold that line tight when a clown comes to your town. Willing to give my life, but I won't let it happen. On or off duty, that's why I always stay strapping. Pointing more guns and more people than gangbangers, and I get to squeeze the trigger. Now you tell me who has anger. I'm all that stands between my people and the evil. The wolves looking like sheep, saying that they're peaceful. Rip off your shirt, show that S on your chest. A hero is a calling, it's a test for the rest. So let's get tantric, yeah man, throw a tantrum. Let's go wolf hunters, sing along with the anthem. Blue line soldiers, you have the right to remain silent. Blue line soldiers, anything you say is used against you. Blue line soldiers, this ain't a joke, this is our town. Blue line soldiers, and we've come to take it back now. Look to the left, look to the right, and realize we're the reason you can sleep at night. I die for my country, I die for the blue. You should also realize that I would die for you too. You'd be surprised at the things I go through to make sure that your family comes back home to you. I'm watching in the day, I'm creeping in the night. No matter what the reason or the demon, I'm down to fight. We were bred in the streets, that's why we're back in them. Keeping the peace, felonies, yeah, we're stacking them. And to the people pointing fingers, you don't know what it's like to hunt the evil that goes bump in the night. I didn't write the law, no man, I didn't make it. But I guarantee you'll see me if he does break it. I'm locked in, I'm loaded, now let's go fight crime. Here comes the soldiers marching straight down the blue line. Blue line soldiers, you have the right to remain silent. Blue line soldiers, anything you say is used against you. Blue line soldiers, this ain't a joke, this is our town. Blue line soldiers, and we've come to take it back now. They don't even wanna see us cause we remind them that there's evil that's infiltrating the cities and killing the people. Giving no respect, I'm sure Kaepernick can vouch. Meanwhile, he disrespects the flag sitting on his couch. Pay it no attention, the blues got a job to do. Talking all tough, where you at now? What's stopping you? Stand for the badge, die for the shield. But good luck getting past this block that I wield. Always concealed, revealed only on the battlefield. But keep stepping to me and you're gonna get your face peeled. Let's get it straight, my team will always win. If you take me out, there will always be more of them. Hit the light, sound the siren, let's get it going. Pumping this blue blood through my veins where it's flowing. We got it all figured out like my training planned it. Never off duty, so come on, saddle up, blue bandits. Line soldiers, you have the right to remain silent. Blue line soldiers, anything you say is used against you. Blue line soldiers, this ain't a joke, this is our town. Blue line soldiers, and we've come to take it back now.
We often find ourselves trapped in the closet. We don't want to come out. We don't want to expose ourselves because you get judged. We judge like our passes are clear, like our titles are free and clear. But we all know we got skeletons in our closet. But just knowing that, I only speak through the music. We try to hide the real me.
I can't let you see the real me. I got a lot of enemies trying to kill me. And you don't like me cause I'm the police. But I'm only human once you get to know me. I can't let you see the real me. I got a lot of enemies trying to kill me. And you don't like me cause I'm the police. But I'm only human once you get to know me. I'd rather tell my life through the music than put it on paper. No matter where you put it, they gon' love it. I hate you, I'm more human than human gets. The mistakes I made, don't put me in the conscious place. Put my past in the closet trying to hide them bones. Cause people will judge you like they did no wrong. Can't let you see the real me, don't care if you judge. Been hated on my whole life, I won't hold no grudge. Grew up the only child, just me and my thoughts. Try not to be a statistic and dodging the chalk. Being dead at 25 was a foul by option. probation or either the state pen for selling narcotics. My teacher told me, boy, you're going to jail. I gave him the middle finger, told him see you in hell. I ain't give a My future wasn't in the forecast. Survival of the fittest when you're living in the trenches. I can't let you see the real me. I got a lot of enemies trying to kill me. And you don't like me cause I'm the police. But I'm only human once you get to know me. I can't let you see the real me. I got a lot of enemies trying to kill me. And you don't like me cause I'm the police. But I'm only human once you get to know me. I can't let all of my goals focus on staying alive. You can see it in my eyes, they're in the will to survive. This profession ain't perfect, neither are you. Don't categorize us all on the mistakes of a few. This country has seen a lot of turmoil and up and down. But when the smoke clears, the police always around. Through the riots in the city burning, we determined to keep you safe.
Ah!
All right,
Tell us when we're live.
we're live.
Hola!
Howdy, everybody.
What's up, everyone?
You know, you think I'd be the one to say howdy, but we have people. Don't hear that one.
So today,
Otherwise, say that.
everyone, we're going to be answering a few questions from the live chat and from some questions that we've actually had put in the Explorer Talk Discord. Today we have Explorer Corporal Brandon. If you can go ahead and wave and yeah, and there we have our chief executive right there, Jaxon. And obviously,
Jaxon.
you don't see my face because my brand new computer I got does not have a camera. But you can see me on Discord as Trooper Eli. My name is Lieutenant Eli. I'm one of the lieutenants here in Explorer Talk. So,
One of
the lieutenant here.
the.
So yeah, obviously we have some questions in the chat, and before we get to the written down questions, I guess we might as well just go ahead and start that. Copman 2007 asks, "Can I join an Explorer program? And if I do, how old?" We're gonna read the questions and then we'll all three speak, put our own input into it. But for me, to answer your question, Copman, it honestly all really depends on how old you are. Most Explorer programs require you to be at least 14 years old. At least mine does.
I'm pretty
And
sure
I
they're all
think if
18.
you are, I think if you are at least 14 years old, yes, you can join an Explore program. But once you do, I would highly suggest making sure that you know what you're getting into. I mean, now whenever I say that, I don't want you to think that this is a hard thing. No, the only thing I'm trying to tell you by you need to know what you're getting into is the hours that you're going to spend in Explorers.
Dedication.
Yeah, dedication, because you're going to have weekly meetings and stuff like that. And if you want to rank up, man, you're going to have to be able to show some dedication with it. You're going to have to possibly spend some money, because my Explore program, we don't really get much stuff, and I had to spend a lot of money on my own uniform things. So if you have enough dedication, go for it. But I'll let Explorer Jaxon answer that question, then we can get to Brandon, and we can take the next one.
What's the question?
The question was, can I join Explore program, and if I do, how old?
Okay, so I'm just gonna touch up on what he said. Like he said, you have to be 14 years old. At most posts, some will accept you at an earlier age, depending on your maturity, and then how far your birthday is from you being 14. Um, just it's a matter of the department and how they work. So I can't help you there if you can't. So I'd say do what I did, wait it out, and then just joining explorers, like Lieutenant Eli said, it's a lot of dedication. You have to take time out of your life to dedicate it towards helping others, serving the community, doing things like that that just makes everybody's lives better. Like for instance, I worked at an event that was like a month ago, and I had to direct traffic, and then we fingerprinted kids for this identikid thing, so just in case they got lost. So I had to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I was there from about like 6 or 7 all the way until maybe 3 o'clock in the afternoon. That's a long time. And I had school going on, so education, you have to have a real heart for law enforcement and law enforcing. And then if you have that, then I say go for it. If not, maybe think about it. If you feel like you're ready, go. If not, just wait a little longer. Or just try to find another option. Brandon.
Uh, yeah, definitely. Like, I joined my post at 13. I was like, about a month away from my birthday, so my advisor let me join in, and let me just say, it took a lot of dedication, and a lot of our stuff is like purchased by the post and department, but a lot of our things like additional gear is not. So yeah, I had to buy quite a bit of my own gear, and uh, let me just say, it's something that you really want to be determined about. So yeah, trust me, it's not your number one thing. Well, I don't know how to phrase it. If you're not willing to put in the effort, I suggest just don't do it. But if you're willing to put in the effort, the time, and at some points the money, then by all means go for it. Try it out.
Alrighty. And Copman 2007 also asked another question, and that is it true that there's a Junior Explorer program? Now, I don't know. No, I don't think there is a Junior Explorer program. You have to be 14 to join an Explorer post. I don't think there's a such thing as a Junior Explorer program. But Explorer Talk apparently does have a Junior Explorer Talk. I'm not sure. I'll let Jaxon answer that if we still do that or not.
I really didn't want this to be brought up. See, I have a life that I live outside of the Explorers program, which is very busy. I do things for my school, community, etc. Very busy. I would start up a junior program again. We have one going, but it just lost its motivation. Had one going and just it stopped. But I have no time to try to jumble that together. Maybe if in the long run, if we're a bigger channel and everything, and things start getting more well organized, I might bring it back. Depending on how much leadership I have, and if there's responsibility there, and the hands that can be there, then we'll start it. If not, unfortunately, you'll have to wait until you're 14 to be able to join Explorer Talk. If you can't, you are more than welcome to become just a regular, I would say member, but to be to be here and to be a part and to ask questions, etc., etc. But anyways, we have one. We don't have one anymore. So
Um, all right, so now we'll be taking the questions that Corporal Brandon had written down for us by people. So once he asks those questions, I'll let him answer, then Jaxon, and then me, and we'll get that going.
All right. Before we start, let me just remind everyone that we are still taking questions. You can just put them right in the comments, and also I have all of our social media links and even other members' YouTube channel links down below in the in the description. So if you want to join Explore Talk or subscribe to any other member, then go ahead and check the description. And this is a question coming straight from the Explore Talk Discord by a member. This one is, should explorers carry batons/OC? This is more of a opinionated question.
I would love to answer this question first.
Go ahead.
All right, so the whole statement about being a police explorer is to get the point across is that you are not a police officer. You are a police explorer. And carrying a weapon that could cause lethal damage to somebody is not really the best interest on yourself, even if you have been trained in baton usage and baton self-defense tactics. I personally don't think that's in the best interest of not only yourself but your department, because should you utilize that baton wrong, should you break the wrong thing or be caught being stupid with it, your department can get in a lot of trouble, because even whenever you put on a little polo that says Explorer, you're representing your department. And believe me, I've had some experience with this because my explorers, we went to a 4th of July festival, which we were mainly tasked with helping finding lost kids and stuff and like that. And the local city police officers gave us expandable ass batons to use. And, obviously I was thinking to myself, oh yeah, this is cool, but I mean, I wouldn't really trust explorers with this. And the entire time I saw other explorers just flicking it out, closing it and flicking
Oh
it out.
my god.
And it was really annoying. And I made
Let
sure
me.
all
Alright, go ahead and finish.
I made sure that those police officers would never give explorers those things again. Not to mention, should you get in a fight with anybody, because like I said, you're not a police officer, nobody's probably going to listen to you. But should you get into a fight with somebody and you end up cracking skull open, so I'll hand it off to Jaxon.
Okay. Let me just say this. We had a kid bring OC to one of our Explorer meetings. My lieutenant grabbed that, screamed at him, and threw it across the room. There. That's my explanation on that. If you're not trained, you haven't spent 14 weeks in an academy, and you haven't been pepper sprayed or hit by a baton, I mean, you don't know what you're holding.
I forgot to touch up on pepper spray too.
I've shot guns, but that doesn't mean that I can go out. Well, I could go outside and carry a gun open, just because no one cares. But that doesn't mean legally I can.
Yeah.
So
See,
don't do. You just hold on. I'll let you talk.
Yeah.
I just got a few more things. So you don't know what you're capable of with that weapon. It's a weapon, so don't treat it like it's a toy, because literally, and then I could have sprayed that easily and pepper sprayed myself, and it was real. That could have hurt somebody. Don't be stupid.
Yeah, you see, my Explorer post, we went through a voluntary taser and pepper spray certification, which means that we get a ribbon and all that stuff, and we know what the effects are and we know how to use it. But you still don't see us walking around carrying tasers and pepper spray. Pepper spray, that's a very, very painful.
Eli?
To use.
Guys, I would like to say that right now, internet quality is not going the best right now, so we will have audio and video breaks in between, so I do apologize in advance. So, yeah.
All right. Do you have any questions?
LT106 said, "Do you guys carry guns here in New York?"
No. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
No. 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 In that order. Look, I'm from the South, and in the South, you can basically walk outside, shoot a bird, cook it, clean it naked, and not get in trouble. And we carry blue guns. Things that are literally blue and like a piece of clay that you carry around in your hand. If that's what I hope that's what you're talking about, because no, 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 and no, no guns. No.
Yeah,
All right,
definitely
Brandon,
not.
your turn.
All right. No, definitely not. Never, never, no.
Next question.
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry, I just realized my.
We won't let Eli hear what that last question,
Yeah,
because we will get here.
yeah, definitely not.
Dude.
Like seriously, I'm trying.
You're right.
All right. Next question is another one from the Explorer Talk Discord. Is should explorers be certified in Taser/OC/firearms?
No. Oh my gosh.
I'll say this: it's good that explorers at least be tased or pepper sprayed so they know the effects of what it is and what to expect. But should they be certified in it to where they can carry it? No, I don't think so. They're explorers, not cops.
I hope y'all like my ceiling.
Y'all can hear me, right?
Yes.
All right.
Oh, question from Emily on the channel. What do you think is the worst part about being an explorer?
Being constantly reminded that you are an explorer.
Bingo.
I mean, every time, there's nothing more derogatory to me than everybody saying, "And by the way, you're not a cop," because I'm an 18-year-old. I'm about to be a United States Marine and all of this stuff. And yeah, I get it. I'm not a cop. I haven't been told that before. But then again, you also catch me saying it on here to every other explorer on there. So it's good, but it's bad. But aside from that, the worst part about being an explorer is the fact that knowing it's explorers, because there's a lot of explorer programs out there that don't have enough discipline, and everybody just runs around without any discipline. Like, for example, I'm a lieutenant, but I can't really discipline my explorers. So
His explorers.
yeah. Now I can make them do push-ups and stuff like that, but other than that, I can't really discipline them.
Okay, so what was the question?
What is the worst part about being an explorer?
Probably that I'm held to a higher standard. Not saying that's a bad thing, but it's at times it can be stressful. You know what I mean? You you're expected
And I believe we
to
just lost Eli, so.
ooh. You're expected to be mature, which I am, and I have no problem being mature. But there's just a lot of positive negatives. That's an oxymoron for you. There's a lot of positive negatives about it. Basically, in respect, and that's it. And my biggest fear, and this is one of the things I hate about being an explorer, is that I'm gonna not be respectful to somebody like an officer, and so I've even made kids do push-ups for saying yeah, like to no, you respect them.
My worst part, what I'd say the worst part about explorers is
All
definitely that
right.
we are.
Oh, is that?
I'm on my phone. Yeah.
He's so beautiful.
Oh, don't even start. I'm on my phone. That's why it looks so huge in the fucking YouTube channel.
Hey, language for life.
Alright.
All
Yeah,
right.
so I'm going to go ahead and answer this. This isn't even a question, but I'm going to go ahead and talk about it here. If you're an explorer, you need to get used to cussing because you're most likely your advisors are going to do it. Most likely everyone around you is going to do it. And most likely, hey, you're planning on joining either the military or law enforcement. You're going to hear cursing. So if you're under the age of 16 and you don't like somebody cursing, I wouldn't even begin looking into a job field where everything is, or nothing is perfect. I don't think there's a job out there where everything's perfect. Okay, let's go ahead and answer some questions again.
No curse on Christian Minecraft server.
Alright,
Minecraft
so
sucks.
as I was about to say, what was it? The worst part about being an explorer is definitely what Jaxon said with being.
Hey, mute him.
I wish I could. It's
Server.
definitely being held to a higher standard. Boy! And I'm pretty sure my
I'm
camera cut
muting
off.
him on my end.
What did I do?
We
You're like,
apologize for the inconvenience.
alright, the worst part about being an explorer is you're definitely held to a higher standard because.
Oh, man.
Oh, you're lucky I can't mute you. Alright, but yeah, you're being held to a higher standard, so. I'm going to stab you. Alright. So, the problem with, for me being an explorer, is that we're definitely held to a higher standard, kind of like how this one time a girl had her jacket tied over her waist, and a sergeant from our department before we went to an event, we were in briefing. A sergeant came up to her and said, "Get that off your waist." So
That's not what. Hold on, I gotta say something. When we get there with this stream, we're gonna have to show you that. But like, hold on, I hate to interrupt you. We're just sitting here. I'm looking at the camera, and all of a sudden my head goes. It's just popped down. I don't know why that's so funny.
well, my camera turned
I'm
off on me,
autistic.
so yeah. And then
Okay, continue.
let me cover that up real quick. All right, so yeah, it was, but then and we're always told to take our hats off whenever we go indoors. So and then we how we're held up to a higher standard than actual sworn officers is another officer walked in just after we were told that, and he was wearing his cover, and he had it on the entire time. So we're definitely held to a higher standard, and we're told that we're representing the department to the youth.
All right. Next question.
Do you guys salute the flag? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Next question.
When in uniform,
Anytime
yes.
you're in a uniform, yeah.
Anytime. Yeah. Oh, you mean like? Oh, I thought you meant. Okay. Never mind. All right. Next question.
For us, it's when you're in uniform with a cover.
We don't have covers for our
Next
uniforms
question.
unless you buy them, but
All right. Next question is, what is your favorite memory as an explorer? Eli?
Ooh.
my favorite memory as an explorer, obviously, that would have to go straight to Winterfest. Winterfest this year in 2019, February, we went to Gatlinburg, Tennessee. That's where a lot of the explorers went for their competitions.
We'll skip him.
Can you hear me or?
Yes.
Brandon.
Okay.
What?
Jackson's trying to skip me because I got a story. to
Oh
tell
wait, no, I muted him. That's why I can't hear him.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Anyways, Winterfest was obviously my best memory, and I don't know if Brandon can make this picture pop up, but I met Jaxon at Winterfest in person, and hopefully you guys can see that picture if we can get it up. But I met Jaxon at Winterfest, and I'm the one that's on the left. He's the one that's on the right, and it was obviously pretty fun. We did a lot of competitions, met a lot of explorers, got to see how a lot of explorers acted, their discipline, their uniforms, stuff like that. Not to mention just being somewhere out of the place where I am, being out of the state I am, doing something, with a lot of other people. It's really great. I mean, the hotels that were nice, the sightseeing there was nice. The friends that I hung with over there, my fellow
He
explorers.
put it up.
Yeah, he did
Aww.
put it up. But yeah, that was my favorite memory in Explorers. Jaxon?
Okay. I won't copy his favorite memory. We'll share it together. But my favorite memory in the Explorers. Crap. It's gonna be hard. Come back to me. Brandon.
I think mine would most likely be Survival Weekend, which is something that's done under the North Carolina Association of Law Enforcement Explorers, and it's basically just a yearly competition between explorers in the North Carolina. And I apologize for the background noise, y'all. But yeah,
Yo.
sounds so North Carolinian.
You can tell he's Southern.
Yeah, that's my thing.
Oh, no, fuck off. That's my thing.
No, you're like, no.
I am very Southern, alright?
You're not Southern at all.
Alright. Okay.
I met you. You look
Okay.
like you got the horses in the back, so I don't want to hear anything.
That's another thing about being an explorer. You gotta take breaks. You're dealing with a lot
Oh
of
my god,
shitty
we get
people.
made fun. I get made fun of
Especially Especially if you're on a ride along, you're going to see a lot of dark stuff. You know, you need to be able to take
Oh
a
God, yeah.
joke or two. 'Cause, I mean, if you don't laugh at this job, then you're going to fall into depression really quick.
That ain't funny.
Alright, next question is...
Hey, we have some questions in chat.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
trying to
gonna
get to
go
them
ahead.
now.
One of them is, what is your opinion on Donald Trump?
How
I'm going
about
to
we
say this
don't
right.
do that?
Trump,
How about we
Trump,
don't
Trump,
do that?
Trump,
No, no, no,
Trump,
no. I'm
Trump,
gonna give a
Trump, Trump,
legitimate answer.
Trump, Trump, Trump,
Quit,
Trump,
Jackson.
Trump, Trump. I'm
Quit.
sorry. Okay.
All right. So obviously, I am a Trump supporter, but I will say this: if you are
Ah,
on duty or representing any department, you really shouldn't voice your political views out there, because not only does that make you an even bigger target, but you're representing your department, and some department policies restrict you from doing that. So I believe we all can agree to that right now. Emily asked, at what age did y'all join the Explore program? I joined at 16. Another one is, I want to ask, how many types of handcuffs do you know, and mention the difference when handcuffing a suspect? All right. So I know that there's ASP handcuffs, and I know that there are Smith & Wesson handcuffs, and I know that there are those cheap handcuffs that are made in the Chinese child labor sweatshop factory. I mean,
I know a few brands.
yeah.
I'm gonna see if I know more than you.
Don't you fucking
There's
start looking them bitches up.
Smith and Wesson,
Smith &
ASP.
Wesson. Yep.
There's Charade.
What?
There's yeah, it's some kind of Chinese brand. Um,
We'll just label that as Chinese then.
what are those
Any
other?
Chinese handcuff is bad.
Quantiong, Quantiong. So we can get
Ching
that
chong ding
little.
bong, shai ho qua.
um,
Chen
come back to me.
chen.
No, I'm kidding. Uh, crap, y'all didn't even give me a chance to do my favorite Explorer memory.
Not sorry.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
not
shut
sorry.
up.
Jackson doesn't count, alright? He does too much.
No, I'm giving my favorite Explorer memory.
Alright. We're
I
gonna
will
answer
mute
his
you,
favorite
buddy.
Explorer memory.
Huh? I'm gonna sort of. I'm about to brag a little here because Brandon
He's
and
just
you are
mad
suck.
because I'm taller than him.
So
Jackson is very short in person.
I'm like 6 foot. You're just an oversized giant. Like literally.
I feel like Eli and I would be eye to eye.
Anyways,
Literally.
my favorite memory in the Explorers was probably when we won second place at Winterfest.
Oh my fucking
It,
god.
it was my captain's last year, and it
About
made
to
her
be your
happy.
last stream.
Time to kick Jackson.
Long
Kick the
neck.
chief.
For all you who are wanting to know what he referenced, my team at Explorer Winterfest competition, we didn't win anything. We placed in fourth and fifth and sixth and all of those shit, but we never got third place and below. But to be fair, that was out of like 180 departments. So
Yeah, but we got second. I
okay, shut the fuck up.
didn't say anything. All right, next question.
Let's see. What do y'all want to do after Explorers?
Be a cop.
So that's kind of a big answer for me right now, because right now I'm enlisting into the United States Marine Corps. I go to MEPS and I swear in next
Come on,
Tuesday and
come on.
Wednesday.
No, shh. Come on, Brandon.
How to mute?
Everybody, round of applause.
So I go to MEPS, I get medically evaluated and all that stuff next Tuesday, and then next Wednesday should all that stuff pass, I will swear in and become a pulley in the delayed entry program, and then I will hopefully get my ship date for Paris Island, and then I go to boot camp and become a United States Marine. After that, I'm not just. I don't think I'm going to plan on retiring from the Marine Corps, but after that, I'm definitely going to join a state patrol agency. So
You good, bro?
Yeah, sorry, I was trying to put something away. So, Jackson, what's your plan?
Well, I already have 2 jobs lined up. To be a full-time police officer at the department that I'm going to explore right now, or I'm going to be a sheriff's deputy, because one of the sheriffs that I know from my area, he told me when I get out of college to come see him. He'll put me through the academy and give me a job. So I plan to do that, and then after that, I'm gonna retire from whatever department, um, go to full-time politician, plan to do like mayor, senator, governor, and then you better vote for me president because boy, I'm running
Oh, great.
Trump 2020
Hi, yeah. Alright, well, my plan is after Explorers, I'm gonna go to college,
and
and
be a farmer.
after college, I'm going to go to, I'm gonna go to B BLit, which is kind of like it's kind of just like Classroom Academy for North Carolina, because um, the, the only departments that require an actual academy are Charlotte, Raleigh, and Highway Patrol. And I'm really debating on either going Highway Patrol and just going through their rookie school for the 27 weeks, I believe, or going through BLit, which is 17 weeks, and then I go into my local department, which I'm Explorer for.
I'm a little sad no one acknowledged that I had a dog. It's
There
okay.
was a question on here that I saw. Okay, never mind.
All right, next question.
When can y'all do ride-alongs? 18.
Well, um, for me,
16.
I think you have to be a minimum age of 16 for our department. But you can't just be 16 and go join the patrol car now. You have to pass a
Pass
lot of
test.
tests and trainings and stuff like that, and first aid stuff like that. You got to certify on a handgun. Um, Obviously, you don't get to carry one, but you have to certify on one so that you know how to shoot. Um,
Just
you
in
have to
case.
pass a 10. You have to pass a 10 code or a 10 signal test. You have to be passing all your classes in school. They have to get a transcript from you at school. They have to get a signature from your guidance counselor saying, or that you're passing all your classes, and anything that you've had disciplinary related, say, such as say if you got a referral your freshman year, that's going to be on there. Good for me. I never had any referrals or stuff like that because I was always good.
Mm-hmm.
Once you pass all that stuff and you go on your first ride along, that's when the fun starts. And you obviously realize how much you're going to get made fun of just for being an explorer. But hey, the police officers still trust you more than just a regular civilian in their car.
Yeah. All right, next question.
Here, let me actually. This one is coming from Emily. What are the days and times that you work or practice? So basically, what my
Oh.
post is that our meetings are uh bi-weekly, and they're from 6 to 8 p.m. and it's basically just normal training for different scenarios or classwork.
So for mine, we meet on a Thursday at 7, and it usually goes to 8, maybe 9, depending on what we're learning. And then after that, the next week, we will do it on a Saturday and do the hands-on thing. So
As far as my post goes, we meet every week, from 6 to 8, and usually we do a variety of scenarios. Sometimes we mix it up. Uh, a couple of weeks ago, we did a a drug deal, basically where we were like ATF agents setting up a gun deal and a gun and drug deal. So we had a CI go in. You look it up if you don't know what it is because I don't have time to explain. Excuse me. Anyways, then we had two cruisers. We had a Crown Vic and then an unmarked uh, CVPIU. Isn't that right? No, CPIU. No, whatever. It's a Ford Explorer. Anyways, and then we came in at the vehicle. We had two different teams that
FPIU.
go in and do stuff. But anyways, like last week, for instance, we did a certification course where it's just a matter of pushing a vehicle, running, jumping over a wall. I say diving, going through a window, walking over a balance beam, doing 10 push-ups, or you can drag a 164-pound dummy, and then they take a break, then do 22 push-ups and then 25 sit-ups, and then run a mile and a half. So,
Um,
yeah.
a big question I want to get sorted out that was just asked is, as an explorer, do you go to court? Trooper Parks responded, no. Well, that's a big fat wrong.
Thank
As an explorer, you do have a huge liability of going to court because you're interacting with law enforcement. And if you say, for example, I'm on a ride along, and the officer that I'm riding with gets in an officer involved shooting, well, guess what? I am either involved or I'm a witness to it. Even if I'm just staying in the car and listening to the radio, guess what? I'm a witness to it, and I do have to make a statement. That statement's most likely going to be presented in court. So anything you do interacting wise with law enforcement, you not take when you're on the ride-alongs, because should you have to go to court and you have a picture of an incident that is on your phone, guess what? Your phone is liable to be seized and searched through by the department for anything in that case. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have something on your phone that you don't want in a courtroom.
Delete your search history.
So,
I'm kidding.
yes, but to answer your question, yes, as an explorer, you do have a huge opportunity of going to court if you're interacting with law enforcement. We would ask that members of Explorer Talk answer these questions and not people in chat.
So what I perceived it as, so that's why I kind of let Trooper Parks answer it for us, was what I perceived it as, like, do we go to court, like, with an officer, like, traffic court or criminal courts, like, we're doing a ride-along and then we go to court with them. That's what I perceived it as, so.
Next question.
We already did that one. Here's a good one. City versus county explorers.
I'll go ahead and say this. I prefer, then again, my state, where I'm at right now, currently, like my county and stuff like that, we only have a metro style explorer, so that we include people from like our city high school, our county high school, and all that stuff. But it is sponsored by the sheriff's department, and the sheriff's office here has a reputation of being a pretty badass department. And obviously, the city police department here is CALIA certified and accredited, so they have a lot more restrictions on everything they can do. Our sheriff's department is not, and that means that you get to have a lot more fun. So obviously, I have a lot more bias to the sheriff's department. But if you're state patrol, I don't really know much state patrols I have an explorer except for California. I hear they don't really get to do much. So
I know there was a state patrol at Winterfest. There was like
Wasn't it Tennessee?
yeah, it was Tennessee.
I think it was, yeah. Yeah, and they had the freaking pants were up to here. They had those big old, really thick leather belts, shiny leather, and I got claustrophobic just looking at that. Anyways,
Can I just say, I was really surprised that Tennessee lost to a city on a crash investigation. Remember that?
Okay, that's pretty shameful.
yeah, I mean, like, literally all troopers do is traffic.
Can confirm. Next question. There's not enough info to even ask that question.
I know someone just asked, is there an oath you take to be an explorer? For mine, no. There is no oath that I have to take to be an explorer. Just an application.
Yeah, same. Application and reference. On.
This is no.
It's backwards. There you go. Blackhawk or Safariland?
Safariland.
Okay.
No, Blackhawk.
All right.
Thank you.
I will say this. All right, I am a huge Safariland guy. And I know you guys are going to hate me this, but I'll tell you what. Every time I hand someone one of my Blackhawk holsters, I tell them to get the gun out, they immediately know what to do. Anytime I hand someone my Safariland 6360 holster, they immediately go to pull on that little slide, and they think that's going to open the gun where they can unlock it. No. They fail at that for about 10 minutes straight. And then once they get that open, they fail at getting the little actual ALS, the automatic locking system. They fail at just simply pushing that back to unlock the gun. They're sitting here trying to do all this stuff. So if it takes someone about 15 minutes to figure out how to get my gun out of the holster, and whenever I hand it to them, imagine how it is in a fight. They're not going to know how to do it. But whenever I hand someone my Blackhawk holster, oh, there's a huge button right here on the side. What if I just press that? Oh, God, this gun falls out. So.
My viewpoint on that is my stance. If I'm not wearing a duty belt, I'm always standing with this arm, usually it's down by my side, like in a pocket, but this hand is always propped up on my side like that. Or I really rarely ever put this hand in my pocket, especially if I'm in uniform. This hand never goes in my pocket. It's always like not on my gun, like I'm about to draw it, but like I can rest my arm. That way, if someone goes to try to take my gun, I really don't want to stand up because I'm ugly and fat. That way, I can hit their arm. This is how we were taught to hit their arm down, jump back, like turn around and jump back, and then like draw our gun. And that's my viewpoint on that. Plus, it takes a lot of in order to get to that button, because I wear my gun like right here, not like right here, like right here, so like I can pull it out. And plus, it's angled a little bit forward, so when I come out, I'm already going forward instead of having to go straight up and then out. But that's my perspective on that.
So, whenever, even if I'm in uniform and I somehow have my blue gun on me, it's always on my right side. So I'm going to have it closed, and then my hand will normally hold onto it like this. Like my hand will rest on my holster like this. So they are not. If I'm ever into a situation where someone tried to take a blue gun, which I have no clue why they would do that, they would have to be able to take my hand away from it, be able to pop open the slide release, and then take out and grab the trigger guard release before I can get to it. Which, yeah, I don't see how that's gonna be too easy to do.
I have a question,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll answer it, and then I'll let y'all answer. So I get asked a lot because everybody at my post either has or a Glock 17. I'm the only person at my post that carries a Glock 19. Reason I carry a Glock 19 is because it has a shorter. Everything about it is short. I mean, I know the magazine's shorter and everything, but still, you got to think on a Glock 17, you've got a longer barrel for somebody to come grab.
You're
So
cutting
when you
into
like say,
our next question too.
oh well, what's the next question?
No, I want to answer that question. I
Hold, hold,
carry.
hold. What's the next question? So we can already answer it all together.
Which is better? Or like, there was two parts of it. Which is better in your opinion? Glock, Smith and Wesson, Sig, H&K, and what does your department carry?
Okay, go.
All right. So, anyways,
Go ahead.
on my duty belt, I carry a orange Glock 17. Not one, that's because that's what they gave me, and two, I prefer that out of any other weapon because that is what that's what every department around me certifies on and carries. My city police department, my sheriff's office, and my state patrol, which I will most likely be going to after the Marine Corps, carries the Glock 17. So I might as well get used to the weight of it and everything. And that's also what I shoot. However, I also do shoot Glock 19s. And however, um, my state patrol also carries a leg gun for a backup weapon, should that their first one be left ammoless or taken. And that I believe it's a very short Glock. I want to say it's a Glock 22, but I'm not sure.
Let me say this real quick. Like I said, the Glock 19 it's all shorter. When we were doing defensive tactics, someone tried to grab my gun from me, like in the barrel. Um, and usually like on a Glock 17, for instance, it has a longer barrel, so you can actually get a hand over your sight. So my gun, my Glock 19, they couldn't get their hand over the whole gun, so their hand was on the sight. So when I ripped that gun from them, it literally you could see it didn't bleed, but you could see where it cut them. And then my department, it's weird. You can they don't supply you a weapon. You go buy your own. And it can't be nothing too exotic. Like it has to be a pistol. Um, but anyways, and I think most officers carry either Glock 19 or Glock 17, something like that.
All right. Well, down here it's a Well, for the city which I'm at is a standard issue Smith and Wesson M&P 45, just like this. Small gun, simple, pretty thin. The
Oddballs.
the county the county police, they're issued H&Ks. The county sheriff's office, they're issued Glocks, and the highway patrol, they're issued SIGs. So it's all kind of different between departments, but they're all calibered in either 45 or 40. There's no 9mm around here.
What's the difference between a county police and county sheriff's office?
Like what they can do in the schools, and also like court service.
See, to me, that serves no purpose.
The way they have it is really weird down here, so I don't care.
Where are you at?
I'd rather not say.
I know where you are, but you keep saying down here.
North Carolina.
Oh, yeah. That ain't down.
It's down.
It's like,
it's up for you.
yeah, but like, you think everybody here's from New York?
So yeah, I really don't know what really much to say right now.
Oh, next question.
All right. How long have you been an explorer?
I've been one for 4 years.
I've been one for 3 years. So
I'd say 2.5 by now. Are there such thing as highway patrol explorers? Yes, Tennessee, California. I know North Carolina used to have a post a while ago, and then
Alabama used to have one.
yeah, I'm pretty sure North Carolina got rid of theirs
I keep
10
hearing
years.
that Georgia has one, but I haven't
I've
confirmed.
never heard of
that with
Georgia
the
having
colonel,
one.
so. Like, I know someone I went to the academy with says, "Oh yeah, Georgia State Patrol has one," but I've never confirmed it with their colonel or their field supervisor or anything. So I don't think they do.
In the comments they're saying Missouri has one.
I currently hold the position of lieutenant. I mean, I don't really have much opportunity to discipline anybody, but I do set a hard stone example to all my other explorers about how they should act and stuff like that. So, and any of the events we go on, should my captain not be there, which is practically every time, I am the explorer in charge. So,
I'm see, our sergeant left, and that means our corporal was supposed to move up to sergeant. So I'm technically corporal, but we haven't. I don't think we're gonna do promotions until state, which is like August or September, something like that. So technically I'm corporal because I'm the next oldest, and I've been there the longest. But yeah.
With my post, I'm currently public relations, so I'll make the videos, I'll post them I run Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, stuff like that for my post, and then, our major left. He turned in his final paper, so he's gone, and then our captain and sergeant, they moved up, so pretty soon I'll hopefully be getting the role of sergeant. It hasn't been confirmed yet, but I keep hearing them talk about how I'm gonna be the next one up, and then the explorer right behind me is going up.
Next question.
Emily, how hard was it to get an Explorer YouTube channel with your department allowing it?
Oh man, I'll answer that. So anything social media related with explorers, at least in my area, is a hard thing because we've had so many deputies in our department get fired off of social media posts and stuff like that. I don't think they'd really trust 14 to 20-year-olds with as explorers representing their department. So we don't. Our department doesn't have a YouTube. We have an Instagram, and even that's and we have a Facebook, and even everything we post on that we have to get approved. So it's for mine, it's pretty hard. Um, but I believe if you do it and you do it right, that will help a whole lot, and it will definitely get a brighter side of image of explorers out there. So Emily, that was a very great question.
Um, as far as my post, I disclose any information about my post. Um, it's all personally kept. I don't tell anybody, uh, unless I've literally met you in real life. And Eli was an exception because I know him. And then Brandon knows. It's just like people that I talk to a lot and know. But as far as me telling anybody where I'm from and everything, nah, it's gonna stay disclosed.
I'm not exact same. I'll tell you like what state I'm in, but I'm not telling you like what county I'm in. So, but yeah, with our department, you with our post YouTube channel, Facebook, Instagram stuff like that. I was given the role, and our advisor was just like, "Hey, I need you to update the Facebook page because our current one I don't have access to anymore since our old advisor deleted it." So I was asked to make a new one, and then I asked, "Is it okay if I make an Instagram?" And she was just like, "Sure." And then once the Winterfest came along, and I made the recap video for that, I asked, "Is it okay if I make a YouTube channel to post the videos and even some like a recruitment video, maybe like meeting footage from quite a bit of our meetings now, and then just videos that I cannot post long enough on Instagram." So that's mainly how we started our stuff.
Next question.
This one's coming from Emily. Couldn't you get in trouble if you didn't tell your department that you had a YouTube channel? No.
Not necessarily because one, we're not telling anybody what department we're from, and two, if we're not if we're disclosing any information about our post, it's technically, and I'm not being sassy or cocky when I say this, it's not none of their business.
Um,
Like if I were to wear, I've never worn my uniform in front of camera because this is not about my post. It's about me being an explorer.
yeah. And you see, we did show a picture of me and Jaxon. Yes, I was in my uniform, but that uniform doesn't have any county stuff on it. Like it doesn't identify where I am. But couldn't you get in trouble if you didn't tell your department you had a YouTube account? Well, you see, if it's a department-related YouTube account, like if it's for example, I'm just gonna use Los Angeles as an example. If you just made a Los Angeles County Sheriff's Office Explorer post YouTube channel without their permission, obviously you would get in trouble. And but if it's a regular YouTube account like mine, where I show gaming videos and stuff like that, no, you really shouldn't. I don't think you can get in trouble for that. But if you're doing illegal stuff, that's a different story.
And to be honest with you, if my advisors found out, they'd probably be like, that's cool. Um, I like my advisors; they're really chill, they're nice. But another thing about them is I respect them, and that um, they they care about me being the best that I can be. And I don't know where I'm going with this, but respect your advisors. They're
Um,
like your parents.
yeah. Mainly my channel is just like if I really post on my channel, then it's mainly like a private video for like what's it called? Mainly the last thing I posted was a unlisted video for a ninth grade English project. That's all I posted on there, and it's unlisted, so only my teacher can see it.
Ryan in the chat asks, "What's your rank structure?" So my rank structure starts off with applicant. Basically, that is the rank you have whenever you're applying. Then you get recruit. That's the rank you keep until you go to the Explorer Academy. However, if you do, make your shining star, and dedicate a lot and you shine through the Explorer program with us, at least, you could get a promotion to Explorer and stuff like that. But that's for the academy. And whenever you come back from the academy, you get the rank of sergeant. However, I got sergeant before I went to the academy, and whenever I came back, I excelled a little bit more, and our captain left. So my lieutenant moved up, and I was a sergeant. I was the best sergeant that they had out of all the other ones, and they put me as lieutenant. So we have applicant, recruit, explorer, sergeant, lieutenant, and captain. However, I'm trying to incorporate a corporal and a staff sergeant rank.
My rank structure goes. We have a cadets program where it's like people who are 12 and up. I believe it's like 12 and 13. They can join. They didn't have that when I joined. I just got lucky. But so now if you're interested in being a police officer, you can go and apply like you would if you're an explorer, but you won't be officially an explorer until you're 14. The rank structure goes cadet, explorer, corporal, sergeant, lieutenant, captain. I'd like to get chief, but I don't know. That's the future. If we can get chief.
So what ours is applicant, which you have attended one meeting, you've got your information packet, you have not turned in your application yet. So then it goes from applicant to explorer, and then you go to the academy once for your basic class, which that'll get you up to a sergeant position, and then you got to go to the academy for both basic and advanced to be ranked as a captain or major. It's not too hard.
Somebody asked in the YouTube how many cups do we carry. I carry 3, and I'm gonna tell you why. I've actually had to use all 3 of my cups once. We had new people come, and we didn't have extra cups, so I said, "Here, you can borrow mine." We've had numerous scenarios where there was a bigger person there, and you had to use 2 pairs of cups, so I came in handy. And then there's other scenarios where we've had to handcuff multiple people, and hey, I came in handy. So 2 or 3, but I think 2's fine. I carry 3 because I had a little extra money.
I carry 1 mainly because I don't have another basket weave pouch that'll fit another one. But our post does issue 2. No, our post issues 1 handcuffs. I had to buy my own Smith and Wesson handcuffs because I didn't like the shitty Chinese ones that my post advisor got us. So
Little finger cuffs.
nah, not those, but they're like really shiny, and them. I mean, they're the shiny ones and they don't double lock, and I don't like that. I prefer Smith and Wesson. So
Mine are Smith and Wesson, Charade, and then some kind of off-brand that I never use.
Alright, basically, I just carry 1 pair of handcuffs. Guys, can you make sure to check the group chat real quick?
yeah, yep.
And then, next question is, how many of y'all get harassed for being an explorer at school? Not very often.
Hey, no one knows.
Exactly.
With mine,
And it should stay that way.
I'm in a junior ROTC program at school, and they incorporate a lot of most of our explorers are from our junior ROTC program, and basically, like for example, we had a law enforcement appreciation dinner, and our ROTC program was tasked with performing a color guard to present the colors for it. And my senior aerospace science instructor wanted us to and everybody that was in explorers to be on the color guard. They didn't want everybody else that wasn't an explorer to be on the color guard. So some people know about us being in the explorers, and a lot of people actually kind of like it. I don't really get made fun of for it. And now whenever people ask, it's certainly something that's hard to explain But you know, like people are asking, why are you wearing a cop uniform with a bright ass orange gun and stuff like that? You know, it's pretty hard to explain, but we don't really get made fun of for it, and my ROTC program incorporates us a lot in it, so you know, it's pretty good with us.
Basically with me, I wear my bracelets that have my post on there, and I sometimes wear my hat because I just have nothing else to wear that day, so I didn't feel like doing my hair or anything, so I just wear my hat, but nobody really notices anything. It's basically just it's just brace it's just like the other bracelets I have on, and it's just another hat I wear. That's basically anyone sees it as.
All right.
Next
Next
question.
question.
Do you guys wear a vest? Personally, no.
My department, they require us because of all the shootings that have been and the attacks that have been on with police officers. They require us anytime we're in a Class A uniform to wear a bulletproof vest. And my advisor, because of these attacks, is actually trying to take our uniforms down a lot more and make it where we just have a polo with our state seal on it that says Explorer and no duty belt or anything like that. And we leave the Class A's at the sheriff's office and we use those for competitions.
Yeah, I would not like that.
I wouldn't like it. I've expressed my opinions to him, and I was like, could we at least keep him at our house because I know I can maintain him better than some of the sheriff's office, and I know a sheriff's deputy walks into the armory and sees Explorer's Safariland 6360 holster on there, and he's got a pretty damaged one. You know, he's probably going to eat that for himself. So,
Let me. Are you finished?
yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
I'm done.
Okay. Let me address the vest issue. My situation is a lot like yours, Eli. Um, we've got a lot of situations where we are threatened. Um, not to explore. For instance, we were at a meeting one time, and a couple of months earlier there was a bad shooting. Um, that went bad. The police officer, he killed the wrong man. Um, and it wasn't his fault. The man had a gun. It was waving in the air. So the officer was justified. The attorney general later said the officer was justified shooting him. But we were at a meeting and we were doing traffic stops back in the warehouse. The SWAT team was there that night, so we went and looked at the Bearcat and talked to them a little bit. But we were going to do traffic stops, so we were getting ready over there. We're about to go over and start doing the actual traffic stop when a SWAT team member runs around. He's fully geared. He's got his I don't know what kind of gun he had. I didn't get a chance to look, but and he was just all decked out. And then all of a sudden we got real quiet and we could hear people chanting, and they were coming to us. We're all wearing police look-alike police uniforms. Only difference between our uniforms and then our officer uniforms is it says Explorers. And a lot of people don't read that. They just see city of blank or whatever or blank police, and then it says Explorers. Um, yeah. So personally, we're not required to, but I went ahead and bought one just because for my safety. If I get shot, I don't want to get shot. You know, even if I do, I want to be able to be safe. Better be safe than sorry. Or yeah. So and plus it makes me when I'm out doing a scenario, it makes me feel a lot more authoritative because, and I know this sounds weird, but I actually feel like an officer, and that helps me because it puts me in that position of, hey, this is a real life situation.
It'd
It,
probably
it
help
gets
you
it,
take it more seriously too.
yeah, it puts me in the mindset of, hey, this is what I'm gonna be facing for 8 hours a day, you know, 7 days a week or however long. As a police officer, these are certain situations that I will have to face, and things like that. You know, it just makes you feel a lot more confident in what you do. So I like the vest. It's pretty expensive, you know, if you put your money into it. But if your post provides them, heck, lucky you.
So, with the recent shooting of Officer Sheldon, our well, this started off with the shooting of Detective Mike Doty in South Carolina. He was an explorer advisor, but a lot of posts up here in North Carolina actually started to start giving out vests to explorers, like concealed vests to wear under their uniform. I've heard that a lot, and then our area is not a very, like, it's not anti-police, but there are a couple people that are, but there's not really a big issue with, there's not a big threat of shootings around this area, but it's whatever. I wouldn't really, personally, I wouldn't buy a vest for myself until I start ride-alongs, but that's just me. Jaxon, I believe this one is directed to. I am sorry, my mic is muffled. I'm really sorry about that.
What's
This question is for you. What did you buy? I assume like what kind of vest you bought.
Oh, this is a second chance. They're on eBay. I don't know if there's any left. Second chance bulletproof vest. The thing that I was slapping myself with is a trauma plate. I've got to order some level 3 plates. But this came with the vest. No, I had to order this separate. Sorry. But yeah, second chance bulletproof vest. Look it up on eBay. They're like $148 just for the vest itself.
Guys, if you can just tell me how my mic is now. I tried to turn up the sensitivity. But like I said, I probably wouldn't buy a big out plate carrier vest. I'd probably just buy a concealed vest to keep under
Yeah,
my uniform.
please do not get an outer vest.
It makes you look more like a threat than.
Yeah, I mean, you're intimidating, and not in a good way.
My vest is a under vest I wear in my uniform. Obviously, you can tell in the picture that Brandon showed. My uniform is very bulky, and that's because it is a huge under vest that goes under our uniform, and it's an extreme vest. This was before Extreme decided to get form fitting. So, like if you notice, my state patrol has very form fitting and crisp uniforms because their vest is really small, but very. This is before that company decided to do that. And in case you don't know, your bulletproof vests do have an expiration date, and this one has not expired. Mine expires in about 3 years. So
There was one vest I was thinking about getting later on. I can't remember what it was called, but it's a concealed vest, and it's like $250. So once I start RAs, I might plan on buying that. But
All right.
I have 2 more written questions down, unless people want to start asking
Let's do the written ones before they start asking.
Yeah. What explorers are you in? Like city, county sheriffs, HP/SP.
City.
City.
I'm in county sheriff.
Next question.
Therefore, which means I get to do more fun shit than they do.
That's a lie.
Next question.
That's not true.
I want to bet.
Dude,
I do
Listen,
want to bet.
I will say this: my Explore post is the only one in the nation that has a canine. So
Your Explorer post has a canine.
yes, her name is Berlin.
We can.
It is a Belgian.
I will not say this on the live stream, but I will text you it later.
We have a video on our Facebook that literally states that we're the only one in the post that has a canine, an actual Explorer canine, not a post that uses a canine, but one that has an actual canine attached to the post. So
Where's my dog at? What kind of dog is it?
it's a Belgian Malinois.
Oh, that's stupid. Get out. Okay, Brandon.
I prefer
next question.
shepherds, but she's a
Yeah,
darling.
shepherds are beautiful. My daddy's a shepherd. All right, next question, Brandon.
Actually, I just want to say this. My post is the only one in my county because both city, county sheriffs, and county PD, all 3 of us have a post. And there are multiple different municipalities around here, but I think only one of them has another post, which is... Actually, never mind. They have a post, but I think mine is the only one that's under the Exploring, Learning for Life. The other ones, they are not under them, and also
Then
my
they're
post
not real Explorer posts.
Exactly. But
But you
and then
see,
mine is
yours is
also the
like yours is the only one out of like your county that is under that. Mine's the only one in the entire nation to have a canine, and it's a county one, so that says a lot, bruh.
but I'm talking
Hey,
about the
can
state of
you
North Carolina.
shut up?
But yeah, our city is also the only one in the county that is under the North Carolina Association of Law Enforcement Explorers, and so that means we get to go to Winterfest, or not Winterfest, I'm sorry, we get to go to Survival Weekend and the Academy. So
Why don't I go to nationals? You need to go to nationals.
I'm pretty sure all four of the posts in my county can do that.
Well, y'all should go. But next question. We're
Uniform
running out of time.
policy, like what do you wear in your uniform?
My class have two uniforms. I have a class B, which is a polo, 511 pants with black boots, and an inner belt, and then you wear a duty belts at meetings. And then I have a class A with it's a short sleeve. I don't know what kind of. I think it's like the bra, however you say that. I'm freaking dyslexic. Anyways, it's that with navy pants with a blue stripe. Then we wear black boots, which are polished. And then no duty belt, badge, and nameplate.
My post, we have just a training uniform which consists of black boots, black BDU pants and underbelt, and a cheap ass nylon duty belt that has the regular stuff that you would see on a duty belt, and a black polo with the Explorer patch on the left. And things we're required to carry are not plastic, but latex gloves and handcuffs and a flashlight. And then our Class A's, which is only me and Captain have currently, because we actually had to buy them. It's a black boots, polished obviously in any uniform. However, me and him can wear Corfam dress shoes. Anyways, black boots, or the Corfams, brown pants, an underbelt, a basket weave duty belt with a sidearm, obviously a training sidearm, not a real sidearm. A tan shirt with our badge, our nameplate, our rank, and our Explorer tabs. And then I'm working on us getting campaign covers. So,
Brandon.
With my post, it is our Class C is a T-shirt and BDUs with black boots and a black belt. Your shirt should be tucked in, but we have those explorers that obviously don't do it.
You have those explorers and need to do more push-ups.
Oh heck yeah!
tell them
And
to come
then
down here. I'm not gonna do some Marine Corps push-ups.
please do. And then we have optional baseball cap, kind of like how the actual officers do have on their summer uniforms. And then our Class B is uniform short sleeve shirt and police officer pants, glossy black belt, and black boots.
Lucky, I want the high gloss so bad.
Oh, dude, that's not even a high gloss. It's just standard gloss. It just exists on there. Yeah, you
It's
can
not
see
gloss, but it's not high gloss, but it's gloss.
it. It has a shine to it, but it's not leather luster shine. And then Class A. Class A is going to be your long sleeve uniform, police pants, black boots,
Explorer patch.
black gloss belt again, and then and then you're gonna have your rank insignia on both collars, like both uniform collars, and then I'm trying to see if we can get an honor guard when our new advisor takes over next February.
I'm getting an honor guard.
Yeah, I'm commanding our honor guard now.
Y'all are gonna see me at Winterfest presenting the colors.
Oh no, you're not.
Oh yes, ma'am.
No, you're
Yes,
not.
ma'am. I am. Yes, ma'am. I am.
Yes, ma'am, you're not.
Yes, ma'am. I am.
I lead the honor guard for our RTC. Believe me, I'm gonna beat your ass.
No. I'm gonna be there, and I'm going to
See, no,
freaking beat.
listen, I'm gonna beat
I'm
your ass,
going
and then
to.
you are
No,
gonna beat
you
my ass
ain't.
without the beat.
No, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna beat you in the honor guard, and I'll beat you in whatever competitions you do. Because we're
Bet,
better.
bet. Bet, let's go on the range. See how fast I kick your ass.
Hey, I know something that
Bull
y'all
crap! They
that
call me
neither of
Speedy
y'all won't beat
McQueen.
me in.
My freaking name's freaking John Wayne over here. Clint Eastwood.
I'm Arlie Ermy, bitch.
Hey, I know something that neither of y'all will beat me in.
What?
Video.
Bull crap!
Have you seen my YouTube channel, my recent Arma
No, I'm
video?
talking
Oh,
about our.
shut
I'm
up!
talking
That's
about
okay.
the
Fuck
Winterfest
ton of
recap
editing.
video.
Have you seen his Georgia State Patrol review? His uniform review?
No, I am talking about the.
I still have that up there. That's got 17,000
I'm
views,
gonna
and I
throw
have it
you out the
unlisted now.
window. I am
I have it unlisted now.
Yeah,
I
no,
need
you
to
know.
go back and do a video comment on that because those comments were just harsh.
You do.
And a bunch of them were supportive, but some of them were just harsh. And I want to let these people know how retarded they are. Oh, wait, I forgot. I can't use that word, political correctness.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, Brandon. I make movies. Like, what do you film on?
Canon T5.
Do you have microphones?
No, I'm trying to
Oh,
afford.
you
I'm
suck.
trying to save up
You
for those.
suck. Ha! I'd like to present my Rode TG2. Beautiful.
Alright, but yeah, right. And then
Beautiful.
on our uniform, our Class A, and B, we're gonna have our nameplate, our ribbons, and then rank insignia, and well, new edition, which it simplifies that or states that you have won the Explorer of the Year award.
Hmm.
Stand by, y'all.
All right. Any questions for us, for all the viewers tonight?
Would a cadet be able to join Explorer Talks? That depends on what you define as cadet. Like an ROTC cadet, a police cadet, what?
Yeah. Please define cadet.
Yeah. And like define the way you define police cadet. If you say that too, because then there's police academy cadet, or there's police cadets, which is practically like the same as an explorer. If it's police cadet, which is the same as an explorer, yes, you would most likely be able to join Explorer Talk. If it's a police cadet in the academy, no, you wouldn't, because you're on your way to becoming a real law enforcement officer. You're not an explorer. So
In the academy or explorers? Because police cadet doesn't help us. Owed by SO? Oh,
I
sheriff's office?
I would assume that it means that they're practically like an explorer program where they just call themselves police cadets. It's not like under the Boy Scouts of America like explorers.
Yeah.
If it's not under the Boy Scouts of America, I don't think you'll be able to join Explorer Talk.
I don't care if they do.
So basically, what my post is actually asked to do was to leave Boy Scouts of America and leave Learning for Life, and then join something called Police Cadets. Which, sorry, I wasn't really listening. I was trying to type something up, and I assume y'all already discussed what cadets
Alright,
are.
he said explorer.
Ryan, what is the weirdest thing you've seen as an explorer?
That's an easy one.
I'll go ahead and start. Obviously, they were on my ride-alongs. The weirdest thing I've seen was what we would call a 1096 subject, which is a mental
Plane
subject.
talk for the win.
And plane talk sucks balls.
No,
Anyways, it's basically a mental subject, and I'm not going to get into full detail of what happened, but this lady was confident that somebody went into her house, had a full-blown conversation with him, and then raped her. Keep in mind, this woman's about 96 years old, and she's frequently calling and asking for the same cop to come by. And whenever she's telling the story, she's so calm about it. You know, like there was already somebody at the house with her, like her caretaker, and they can already say this never happened and all that. And just like I'm not, I'm not talking bad about people that are mentally unstable, but just the stuff that these people say themselves is pretty funny. So obviously you shouldn't laugh whenever it's actually, when you're actually on the scene. But it's definitely something you can talk about with your fellow deputies and stuff whenever you get time.
I don't really think I have a story about like the weirdest things because I'm still not allowed on ride-alongs yet because I've got 2 more years to go, so I haven't really seen much. That was a really loud exhale.
Well, just give me a minute to think. A
While
lot
you're
of
thinking,
weird things.
I'm going to answer Lieutenant 106's question. Who gives you your orders when you're presenting the colors? If you're on a color guard, which is the only thing that should be presenting the colors, the color guard commander, which is basically the American flag bearer, is the one that is supposed to be giving the orders.
Yeah, we
Okay.
don't have
I
a
know that because
honor
I'm a
guard
better
or
commander
color
than
guard,
Jaxon.
so mainly if we're gonna salute the colors, then it's going to be the highest ranking at either because at parades, whenever like Memorial or Veterans Day parades, we're gonna be split up into sections. So the highest ranking or the one with the most experience will be giving the command. So if it was me and my sergeant working at the end of the parade, like it was before, he would be the one calling it. But if it was a group of explorers that were on Main Street whenever the colors passed by, then the highest ranking would, or the highest experience would be calling it out. No one else. Any other? Does anyone have any other questions?
Well, I'm gonna give my weirdest experience,
Go ahead, please.
and I've had to narrow it down to a bunch. So I'm just gonna give you a few. Our most recent one was a explorer. He's new. I say new. He's like been here since October or something like that. We were doing the certification course. I nailed the wall because it's like easy as crap. I just stick my foot in the thing and hop over like a fat fairy. Meaning was this boy, he's running. Titties are hitting him in the mouth. I'm kidding. Being was he just hit the fence and I felt bad. I said that was funny, but then it was weird because he just hit the fence and it just looked like a fly hitting the car window. It just stopped. And then he kept going, and I was like, "You go." And then he came. We cheered him on and everything. But anyways, that one the weirdest.
Ryan asks, "Do you think a lot of officers' kids become cops?" Um,
No.
yeah, I don't like to think so because after seeing how kids grow up with knowing how dangerous the life of a cop is, that their parents might not ever come home, and not being able to spend Christmas with their parents and stuff like that. Not to mention how just overwhelming it is. I don't think that they want that as their lifestyle, But there are a select few out there that have that calling. So I can't really give a definitive answer on that. I can only give the probabilities of that.
Yeah. Let's see. You're a real cop with the NYPD.
All right, I've kind of got that vibe that he's not really a real cop because the way he's acting. If you're gonna come onto a group's live stream and they ask you plenty of times not to answer something, a real law enforcement officer would get to the point that, hey, they're asking me not to do this. I ask people not to do stuff all the time in my line of work. Maybe I shouldn't do this.
Lieutenant 106, all I'm gonna say is, how about you join into the Discord? You can find that link down below. DM me or Jaxon, and we will
Yeah,
ask you some questions.
yeah. Also DM me because I'm very good with verifying people's departments.
Right.
I'm very, very good with that.
What precinct do you say he's from?
Lieutenant 106.
I
That's
don't know
all we.
what precinct.
That's all we're gonna have to ask you.
Oh, he didn't say what precinct. He's
Oh.
just says he's a detective with an NYPD or some shit like that.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, the way he's conducting himself doesn't seem like that because we're telling him not to do something and he's not doing it. And law enforcement, you tell people not to do something all the time. I'm pretty sure that he would appreciate that. But
Prince of Tennis. If a police officer suspects my car as a stolen car, what steps do you take? Well, first of all, if I suspect your car's a stolen car, that doesn't mean I can do anything. I have to have some reasonable suspicion to pull you over. Meaning, if you haven't done anything wrong, I can't just stop you and say, "Hi, hey, how you doing? I think you stole this car." I have to run your plate. If it comes back stolen, then uh, you know I can go take it from there. If not, I I can't do anything about that. But anyways, so that answers your question.
Trying to think if I can even think of any questions. Yeah, Jackson and Eli, if y'all have any questions, just go ahead and ask them.
Any
'cause
question? Huh?
I don't really have any questions.
I had one while Jackson was talking, but I forgot it.
Dang it, Jackson. It's all your fault.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
I know.
Emily, are you in the Discord?
I think she is Future Officer Emily. Is that the right
Mhm.
person?
I think it is.
Hmm.
11 people on the stream. Welcome, 11 people.
My mind
Oh,
is
now we have 10.
Okay, yeah, she's a Future Officer Emily.
She's in the Discord.
Hey, peeps, I need some questions. If I
Yeah.
was resisting arresting, if I'm,
If you're
I don't have
resisting
any.
arrest, you're gonna get your ass beat. That's the way I say it.
Okay, don't put it like that. Police brutality. But if
Oh,
you're,
I thought of one. Plain Talk or 10 Codes, Jackson. That one's basically for you. 'Cause everyone knows Eli is an I.
I am all for 10 codes.
I use 10 guns.
So am I the only one that uses Plain Talk here?
Probably
Mhm.
because y'all suck and y'all are just lazy.
Now, my
I
department tells
choose
me
law
all the
enforcement.
time, if you can't think of the code, use plain talk. But
Yeah. Don't sit there and go,
why
Oh, we
choose
have a
law
good
enforcement?
question. From Ryan.
I
Why choose law enforcement?
I chose law enforcement because I've wanted to be a cop ever since I was 3 years old, and I felt like it was a calling. Obviously, whenever I was very little, I wanted to be a cop because of the cool gadgets like the duty belt, the car with the flashing lights, and all of that stuff. But obviously, I still want to be a cop now, and it has changed through the decades. And I really like helping people. It's really a good sense of satisfaction. So
Trooper Parks. No, we are not allowed to talk over the radio to dispatch unless you're like on ride along.
Negative Ghost Rider.
you see, my department, the whole reason we certified on the 10 codes is so that we could use the radio for the officer. But our officers don't really, our deputies don't really. I don't think they want us to. I'm not sure. They never said I could, but they never said I couldn't. So, would I stop or help an officer fighting with someone or in distress?
Yes.
This is a tricky one because obviously the answer that cops will tell you is no because they don't want you to get hurt. However, I don't really care about that. If an officer is in distress and he's the only one, I know that there's backup coming, but you don't know if backup's 30 minutes out. I'm gonna
Yeah.
stop and do whatever I can to help this officer. Even if he's in the wrong, because quite frankly, it's not my business. All I know is this dude's got a badge and he needs my help. So,
Can I just say, with my camera full screen like this, I can realize how potato it is.
yeah.
Silence.
Thank you, Jackson.
You're welcome.
Makes my camera quality look a semi better. Because,
Right,
Discord
Lieutenant
doesn't want to take
106.
my
Why are you
DSLR.
gonna sit here and say the entire time that you're in NYPD, and then whenever we call you out, you're like, "And I'm not with NYPD. I'm with another agency." All right, I don't even think you're a cop, dude. You just need to stop.
honestly, 106, I can literally...
I don't want to ban you, but it's kind of really disturbing.
Yeah, honestly, I hate to say it, but if you keep saying stuff like this, we will have to remove you from the channel.
I wish you the best of Luke in your law enforcement job too, should you ever get one.
Does anyone have any other questions before we end the stream?
Yeah, we got 17. I
Ryan,
know some of y'all have some questions, even if it's personal. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm more than willing to answer personal
Ryan
questions,
have one.
just not where I live and stuff.
Exactly.
All right, Ryan had one. Do a lot of young people want to become cops because they have authority? Yes. Yes.
Definitely. You
I
know,
want to go
there's
fast.
nothing that makes a person that was bullied in high school's day a lot more than finding out that they're eligible to become a police officer, to get a badge, pull people over, and tell them what to do and wreak havoc on them. There's nothing that can make someone more happier than that. So, yes, authority is a huge deal when you become a police officer. You need to have right
And
intentions.
that is why I want to become a police officer.
Alright, Lieutenant 106, I am sad to say, but I am removing you from the channel.
It's pretty annoying, so.
Alright, so I'm gonna go back to a question by Ryan, I believe it was. I'm sorry if it's not the right person, but
I would not be sorry to say I'm removing from the channel. I'm gonna be like, dude, I'm removing the fuck out of you from this channel.
honestly. But yeah, I'm sorry if this is the wrong person. I'm gonna say I believe it was Ryan, but someone said, "Can you join 2 posts at once?" For us, our advisor will allow it as long as your other post will allow it. So, if I wanted to, I can stay in Police Explorers and join Fire Explorers if I wanted.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a brilliant story. Before I became a police explorer, I was a fire explorer, and
Trigger.
I didn't really like it that much. I mean, it was pretty fun. It was mainly focused on team building exercises, but you know, law enforcement was just my calling, and I didn't know we had a law enforcement explorers until after I left. So
What? You were a fire explorer?
I was a fire explorer for
Goodness
about 3
gracious.
meetings.
After 3 meetings.
You know, the EMS around here actually has an Explorer post. They don't do anything besides RAs, but
Yeah, I have seen an EMS Explorer post in Winterfest, so
Yeah.
oh, there's a ton of them around.
I've seen these
Hey,
these people called venturers, and those people creep me out.
Those are
did y'all see the
those are
I had
Boy
one call me
Scouts.
Daddy.
did y'all see the people that had the white t-shirts and the outer vest that said like explorers on them?
Yes.
And they wore badges on their belts? I wanted to punch them in the face. I'm like, you're not a police officer. Why are you wearing?
I got a photo of one of them while they were walking by. I was just like, I need this in my life. I need to take this photo.
I just don't like outer vests. They just look too tacky to me. It looks
Honestly,
militaristic.
You're not in the military.
it's gonna. If you're not in an active shooter threat and you're not in the military, don't wear it.
Yeah.
It's gonna make you look like a big threat.
It honestly really has no point, unless you're like on a criminal interdiction unit where you need the spare room. But
Oh, he disliked our video.
oh shit, too fucking bad. Who gives a fuck?
Winterfest is like nationals, which nationals is an explore competition that like thousands upon thousands of explorers come to. And Winterfest is like a fourth of what nationals is.
Basically, we had like 130 explore posts from like I want to say the eastern portion of the United States come over there. So dumbest thing that you've gotten in trouble for as an explorer. Okay, so I am a lieutenant. I am the setting stone example for everything, and believe me, my explorer captain fucked up on our way back from Winterfest, and my advisor was like, "Eli, you're a lieutenant. You're supposed to be setting the example." And I'm getting in trouble for my captain's fuck up. My captain. And I didn't even do anything. I'm getting in trouble for my superior's mess up. So, you know, and Winterfest is held in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Trooper.
My it's the most thing I've gotten in trouble for. I didn't get in trouble, but it was what I did wrong. We were doing hostage negotiation, and it was like my second meeting, third meeting, something like that. And I was on the phone with the hostage, or not the hostage, but the bad guy, and the guy had a man hostage, and the man that was hostage picked up the phone. You know, they have the third phone, the little box. I don't know if you've ever seen any kind of hostage negotiation equipment, but
Dude,
they have
those
like a
things are
little
awesome,
little
though.
box. They have a box, and you throw it into the window, and then they pick up the
It's like a
phone, and
it's like an
then
armored
um,
tank box. The thing is really
basically,
It's like a
strong.
Pelican case that you just bust out their window, yeet the phone into there, and HN
it's a
has
SWAT
it.
box. Anyways,
Yeah.
the hostage called the phone because you know when the on the other end with the guy with the box, when he picks it up, it rings inside the negotiator room.
Yeah.
So you press a button, you pick up your phone, or you press. We have a little switch that we have where we to talk. So we do that and answer the phone. We start talking. Well, when I did that, the hostage started like, "Oh no," like that, and then he hung up. And see, I thought it was the bad guy. So when the bad guy called, um, I no, I sorry, he didn't call. I rang the phone. The bad guy picked up, and then I said, "Did you call?" And he said, "No, I didn't call." And then he hung up the phone, and or like he dropped the phone, and you could just hear boom, 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 ah. And oh my god, I just got someone
Oh
killed.
man.
Yeah,
Dang it, Jackson! You killed somebody.
well,
Well, in all case, the dumbest thing I've done in Explorers, we were practicing for active shooter, which I ended up leading, and we got like fourth place in it. But we were practicing for active shooter. This is way before Winterfest. This was like in November. No, actually October, and Winterfest was in February. And we were practicing for active shooter, and we there's a room where the suspects in, and they have the hostage, and this room has two entrances. I completely tell my second team, do not open that door because obviously there is one trained on that door with his weapon. Do not open that door in any circumstances. And my team goes to the other end and breaches through the other door. I take out one subject, and next thing you know, I see somebody with a gun. I take it out. Next thing you know, that's my teammate that I told not to open the door and not to enter that room. So, yes, I committed friendly fire, but then again, I also told that fucker not to go in that way. So,
Uh,
this is what happens whenever you don't obey orders.
I would have screamed.
can I just say, King, I apologize about Jackson's mic. It's just my internet connection right now, so there's nothing really much I can do about it. But my scariest moment was probably whenever we were doing the Prism Don't Shoot simulator. And, let me think. So my scenario was a bank robbery with hostages, and it was honestly pretty cool, but at the same time, it was really different because you're just in a dark room and you have all the other explorers that were behind me just yelling at me to shoot the hostage or something like that. Just stupid crap. And then next thing I know, my partner on video, he goes in, shoots someone into a building, and I suddenly have to call in shots fired, shots fired. And then it continues walking me down the hallway of the bank. I turn into a building or I turn into a room, and some dude just points the gun at me, shoots at me. I have to suddenly like reaction time shoot back as quick as I can, and then we keep going. 3 different rooms later. Next thing I know, on the last room before the scenario ended, one guy has a subject hostage. Points the gun at her head. He points the gun at me. I literally scream to the top of my lungs, drop that gun. He points the weapon back at the hostage, shoots the hostage, points it back at me, tries to shoot me. I got a headshot somehow. Like, that was honestly terrifying, because I'm just like, drop that gun, drop that gun.
My scariest moment had to be the active shooter scenario and Winterfest, because throughout our training we have been told, whenever you get shot, we're not going to lay down and like die, because the whole goal is whenever you get shot, you're not going to give up and you're not going to quit. So whenever we trained, we were using the people that we were the suspects that in our training scenarios were using high fucking powered airsoft weapons. Like these guys had to have air tanks
CO2.
on their a CO2 on their backs to shoot this BB so far in its velocity. So whenever we got shot, we were bleeding. We had to push through the pain, and those were scary. But honestly, whenever we got to Winterfest, we had no clue what to expect. We couldn't find any videos in the active shooter scenario and stuff like that. That was because we always told that it was going to change every time. So, whenever we got in, my team's lined up and like, how many of you are scared? I raised my hand, and a few other people raised their hand, and obviously the stereotypical strong guy didn't raise his hand. And he's like, everybody that raised their hand that says they're scared, they're in the right. And I can go ahead and tell you, you guys are going to be successful because you should be scared. This is something that is very unexpected, and you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know if you go in there, if this is the last time you're going to live. And next thing you know, he's like, "What? So what's the first thing we're gonna do whenever we get in an actual shooter scenario?" He's like, "Push and stop the threat." And he's like, "Push and stop the threat." So what are you doing? Go, go, go! And he grabs me by the vest and throws me into the active shooter scenario. And my entire team is going. Next thing you know, there's sirens going off. There's gunshots going off. There are people screaming. I got people running out after us. I get my team in a formation because I was just thrust into the leadership position. And so we're walking through, and I got people running out. We're making sure that they're good. And I don't know where this suspect is. Next thing you know, I see him peek out from the corner, and I see a rifle. So I take a couple of shots at the subject, and obviously I miss because I'm a good shot. But whenever I'm in a scenario like that, my heart's racing. I'm not going to be a good shot. That's something every police officer should know. But next thing you know, I cut the corner and I start cutting the pie, or slicing the pie. That's what a lot of you guys are going to learn whenever you law enforcement or explorers. And next thing you know, I'm getting shot at, and I see the guy's AR-15, and I shoot him 5 times. There were 3 of those shots landed him dead center in his vest, and I shot him twice in the head. And whenever he went down, I popped him twice more. And I didn't know if he was. Um, they were all like, at the end, they were like, yeah, he's the only one. But I didn't know if he was the only one. So I got my explorer to remove his weapon from him and handcuff him. And then we were securing the hostages. And then there was another room, and I saw someone hiding behind a chair, and I was like, come out now, come out now. And this entire time, I'm shaking. I'm scared shitless. I'm afraid I'm about to get shot because I almost did. I just killed somebody. And, people are dying in this scenario. And the person that comes out is a hostage. But they said that we were the only team out of everyone there that sliced the pie and thoroughly annihilated not the subject, the suspect. So that was the scariest moment of Explorer career, was actually being in an active shooter scenario. Whenever I went through the academy, the Explorer Academy, we did have an active shooter scenario. There were a bunch of people that were lying around with fake blood, and we had to apply tourniquets and put pieces together and find the person, but it was nothing like it was at Winterfest. Winterfest had us shocked. So
My scariest moment in Explorers was same active shooter, but it was so scary because we were clearing a high school where reports of kids were shot,
yeah, that was the same as us.
and then we just got shot at. So we're chasing this guy. My 2 of my partners, just a 3-man team. 2 of my partners go around because there's this hallway. So let me explain. So we're in a gymnasium, like literally it's huge. You go down the stairs. There's a stairs. You go down, and there's a door. My team stacks up. They go through there. You're facing the other side of the gym. There's two entrances to the locker rooms. Okay, so you go that way to go to the boys' locker room. That way to the girls' locker room. In between those hallways, there's a wall. Behind that wall, there's like an office, and then there's an elevator that goes up. There's the hostage right here. In the middle of this hallway, there's a hostage and the shooter. Two of my partners go around this way. I go around this way. They have him at gunpoint. He's facing them with the gun to her head, and then I take him out, and I save the girl. I need a medal.
Can I just say I am hating Friends right now?
France?
Friends, because they're texting a group chat from back from marching band, and it's just popping up on literally a stream right now. So it's just like,
Big goose.
Who asked that? Emily. I founded Explore Talk back in like 2017. Then Allie helped me get it started, and then yeah, we went from there.
But the key word is Jaxon founded Explore Talk. Allie helped get it started. So Jackson's the founder of Explore Talk.
But I couldn't be here without all these people, like Eli, Brandon, Jax, and Allie.
oh, I have a good one.
What?
And if we have any members any official members of Explore Talk and watching the stream right now, go ahead and answer in the chat. How did you find out and join Explore Talk?
Yeah, I kind of want to hear.
I found out from the YouTube. I was typing in law enforcement explorers and trying to find out stuff for the academy, and all these Explorer Talk shit starts coming up. I'm like, what the hell is this? And I see y'all are applying, and I applied, and turns out I'm one of like Jackson's favorite YouTubers. So
Well, I won't say that. I watched him when I was like 10, and he's got a beautiful. That's so cool. And then I was like, I wish I could meet him. And then lo and behold,
you met
freaking
me.
5 years later or whatever, he shows up on my YouTube channel.
Skipper, if you want to become a member of Explore Talk, you have to be 1, an official Explorer, 2, join.
We will verify if you're an explorer. Believe us.
Yes,
so
trust me.
don't try to lie to us.
Even if our application system is down, I am contacting people who are claiming to be explorers in the chat. But check the description down below for a Discord link. It will take you right there. Join the Discord. A bot will give you a link to the application, and if the application is down, then one of 3 of us will contact you directly. Okay?
Brandon, you just said one of the freaking 1-800 telemarketers that I get daily.
I'm not an attorney. I'm a spokesperson. How I found Explorers was Explorer Alley. She was talking about it quite a bit, and then I decided to join it, see what it was about. This was whenever we remember the very first Discord channel we had, Jaxon.
Yeah.
I joined that one, and then suddenly that thing went dead. So I was just like, whatever. And then I can't remember when it was, but I decided to join back in and submit a second application to make sure I'm still an official member. And then I guess that's how it is here.
Yep.
Can you earn rank in Explore Talk? Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Eli is currently the lieutenant of Explore Talk, and I am currently the corporal.
Actually, you're the sergeant. I gotta change that.
Good to know. Apparently now I'm the sergeant. I'm earning rank in this server faster than I am my own post.
What do you want me to put you as?
I just did that because I wanted to know what you guys would say.
Alright, you are now the fire chief. Congratulations.
Alright, fuck off, alright? I'm a state
make
trooper.
Sure his role is hydrant humper.
You might as well rank me jarhead. I'm about to.
No, we're gonna rank you as crayon eater.
I'm perfectly fine with that. Right before passing the review, I literally ate crayons. So
Halligan.
How do I apply for corporal? I didn't technically apply. I was just here. You get a promotion.
Let me explain why he got a countless hours, or he spent countless times responding to people in the Discord. He would start conversation. He would do things like that. he was just interactive with everybody, and that's what I liked about him, and that's the reason that I wanted him to be some kind of leadership position with the channel, and I don't regret that.
Glad to know I got that before now. Thanks.
You're welcome. Okay. So apparently no one wants to tell us how they found out about Explorer Talk. That's fine.
Yeah, Ryan, how did you find out? Because I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure I heard Ryan talk to me about it before. Like he told me about it, but that was before, or no, that was after I joined the first time and then left. Because I thought it died. Sorry. Yeah, we've kept the stream up for almost 2 hours now. What's going on with Roblox, Jackson?
Oh God.
That reaction sounds promising.
Speaking of Roblox, Eli, do you still have your group?
I think Eli died. Emily found Explorer Talk through Emma.
I went on to
I'm kidding. What'd you say, Eli?
or hello,
Hello?
hello,
Hey.
hello.
Hoi.
Hold on.
What the heck?
Are you dying?
Hey.
Yeah,
Hey.
I don't know what was going on. So I'm not on Roblox anymore. I don't have my group anymore. I left Roblox because it was like really stupid, like just the people on there, how they act and stuff. So I moved on to Arma, and I rarely play that now. But as you can tell by the new video on my YouTube channel, I do Arma 3 things.
So then it looks like Ryan found out through Jackson, and King found Eli from Rainbow Six.
Ellie.
Ellie from Rainbow Six.
He meant Allie.
Ellie.
Oh.
Because Allie plays Rainbow Six Siege.
Oh.
Jackson, by the way, it's speed trick. Oh, hey. I do still have my Roblox group, but I'm moving. I'm probably gonna do if I can ever get back.
I would love to have 5M, but you have to have
Oh yeah,
GTA 5
is
for
fun.
it, but if I get GTA 5 for it, it would literally only be for 5M, and that's it. I wouldn't use it for
That's
anything
all I
else.
have GTA 5 for.
I just find it a waste of
I
$40
don't
for me.
ever get on GTA 5. Well, looking for you if 5M's free. GTA is not, but 5M is.
Yeah. Because I remember, like, I think it was whenever it was still called Fiverr Reborn, it was like $20 to join.
I don't remember that.
Yo, Brandon, remember Max? Yeah, I remember Max.
How do you know Max, Brandon?
I'm pretty sure he was in the whenever Emma was doing, like, still had Skype thing up still.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And that's how I met Ryan. I joined Discord. Okay, so yeah, just click hashtag links that the bot put in the chat for you automatically, and then fill out the application from there.
Dude, this Skype was so cool. That was the thing.
It was. But yeah, crap, I forgot what I was about to say now. And there goes Eli again.
We need to wrap this up soon.
Oh, definitely. We're running off of 2 hours now.
Yep. 2 hours.
Let's just pull an all-nighter.
Good luck.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I have to get up early.
Yeah.
I'm
Me too.
working first service for AV for the kids group, and then I'm working youth group out at night.
All right. Well, we're going to end this up.
Duty belt. Let's want to do that one. All right, guys, we're gonna do one last question, I guess. I assume that what King is saying is what's on your duty belt. You want to take it away?
On my duty belt, left to right, I have a X26 taser red gun. In a basket weave holder, I have next to that a flashlight. Then I have my single pouch handcuff pouch basket weave. I carry my hinged. Then next to that I have a glove pouch in my center of my back. In between the glove pouch and the handcuffs, I keep belt keeper, and that goes the same for the other side to the right. Then there's another pair of handcuffs, double pouch or double basket weave, handcuff pouch, and then I have my Glock 19 with a Black Hawk holster, and that's about it. So yeah.
So basically, what I have is on my my A and B belt. It stays blank all the time. My Class C belt, which is for mainly meetings. I'll carry my holster on there with my Smith & Wesson M&P 45 blue gun and one pair of Viper Tech hinged handcuffs. All right, y'all. Well, we're gonna wrap it up for tonight. Thank you all for joining. We hope that you all have an amazing night. So, yeah, just have a great time, and we love y'all.
Sayonara. Did you say love y'all? I don't know about that, Chief. All right, you hang it up. Goodbye, everybody.
Predators, you to pray. How you don't like me? You don't even know me. I'm from the south side of Atlanta with drug dealers and gold teeth. Many police are blue collar scholars. Put their life on the line for blue collar dollars. Not looking for love. Don't care if you like me, but don't denigrate the badge just to spite me. You think I'm turning down? That's highly unlikely. My turn up is survival, and I put that on the Bible. I can't let you see the real me. I got a lot of enemies trying to kill me. And you don't like me cause I'm the police, but I'm only human once you get to know me. I can't let you see the real me. I got a lot of enemies trying to kill me. And you don't like me cause I'm the police, but I'm only human once you get to know me. I can't let you.
See, once the uniform comes off and the badge come off, you left with a human being. A human that's scarred. A human with a past. A human that deals with emotions just like you. Ups and downs, trials and tribulations. Happiness, sadness, rage. The same emotions you feel, we feel. See, I expose myself to you in organized diatribes. However, you judge me before the facts are verified. See, the phone is the gavel in a jury of the people that have the phones. I know you don't love me, but I love you and I do the best that I can do. But you remember at the end of the day that I'm only a human just like you.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it. I didn't see the light until I was already a man. By then it was nothing to me but black.
It's one time.
I'm like a man-made virus born out of these streets. I use the virtues of the wicked ones you can't unteach. I'm that hate, lust, and pride wrapped in vengeance and greed. I'm those weak-minded and willing souls who lie and deceive. I was born in hell to cast away to hell, where the fear of darkness and hate prevail. Where the true believers who know my name know not to speak it or feel my pain. I'm a cancer that has disease, won't stop till it sees destruction of all that is good. You know my name, right? It's me.
This ain't no masquerade when I mask up in them black trucks and them long guns. Over focus on the mission ahead. Things go left, I might come back dead. My palms sweaty, I'm nervous inside. On the outside, I remain collect. Mission brief, you got kilos and texts in a small army that stay on the set. We train, but ain't nothing like hearing that gun go bang and bang. We act the orangutan when the info saint and the tip let off the flame. Get the dough right off the frame. Throw a flat bang through the window pane. The team roped in the way we train, just do or die, so we bring the pain. Lay it down, you suckers lay it down. You don't wanna feel the wrath of that 223 round. I'm worse than the reap, I snatch lives and take freedom. I do this for mother justice, so I don't see no evil.
Don't know unless you seen me face to face. Felt that evil creep into your veins. Paralyzed, you can't breathe. Paralyzed, you can't. I'm like a man-made virus born out of these streets. I use the virtues of the wicked ones you can't unteach. I'm that hate, lust, and pride wrapped in vengeance and greed. I'm those weak-minded and willing souls who lie and deceive. I was born in heaven, cast away to hell, where the fear of darkness and hate prevail. Where the true believers who know my name know not to speak it or feel my pain. I'm a cancer that has disease, won't stop till it sees destruction of all that it's good. You know my name, right? It's evil. I knew that you would.
I'm a blessing of the curse, handcuffs of the hearse. A blessing in disguise, but known to bum first. The street landlord, also my brother keeper. Though I walk through the shadow of death, I fear no evil. I honor the badge and those who came before it. To sign up for this job is truly heroic. You get a clear picture how evil people can be. So I asked Saint Michael to keep me safe in these streets. You say no justice, no peace, well, it ain't no peace without me. I don't trust you unless your blues soda pieces on me. You speak about this lies and that lies and American blood, I'm baptized. Only lies are all lies unless you take any American lives.